It's so simple, and yet I find that people really struggle with this, is even taking 10 minutes a day to sit quietly with themselves. Even I was with a girlfriend last night who her beloved dog died. And anyone who has a pet know how devastating that is. And she was alone in the car driving to meet me. And she said she was sobbing. And I said, great, it's appropriate that you're sobbing. This was like your best friend for 12 years. It's like we all know how special dogs are. And she even just said, I just need more time alone to grieve. And so we need time alone to grieve. We need time alone to love. We need time alone to get clear about who we are and what we want. And sadly, I see very few people taking much time at all to just spend that quiet time alone, asking and answering these really powerful questions.
I mean, it's difficult. It's difficult, especially in our society now, I think, to take that alone time, because it is really easy to just distract ourselves and not really go down to our emotions, our feelings, allowing ourselves to go there. But also, I think what's interesting is you're saying that it's like the simple things, like taking a breath, taking 10 minutes to yourself, spending more time with your kids. These little changes in our lives can help us connect spiritually. And yet we find it really hard to do these simple actions, but they're the most spiritual things I think we can do.
Yeah. And they pay massive rewards when you sit and do them. Even a non-negotiable practice I do every day is what I call my sit and stare time. And I take at least 5. For me, it's more like an hour. And I sit and I stare straight ahead or out the window. And I check in with myself as if I was a small child and say, how are you? What do you need right now? How can I help you? What can I do to nurture you today? What's working? What isn't? And then again, becoming more practiced at listening to the answer and then giving ourselves that. Just if you ask your small child, honey, what do you need right now? And the kid says, I really need a snack. I'm starving. You're going to stop what you're doing and get the child a snack. But yet you laugh, but how often do we do that for ourselves? It's like, I don't have time to eat. Or it's almost like, you don't deserve a snack. You didn't make enough money today. Or you don't look good enough today. Or you said a dumb thing in that meeting. No snacks for you. And it's like, you'd probably have child services called on you if you treated your kid that way. So you laugh because we do this to ourselves all the time. And then we ask, why am I so tired? Why am I so grumpy? Why are my relationships crumbling? Why am I unhappy at work? Why do I feel burned out? And so for the people who say, well, that must be nice. Good for you, Kate. That's so cute and adorable. I don't have time for that. I say, I don't have time to be angry. I don't have time to yell at the kids I don't have, but at anything. I don't have time to be unhappy or miserable or not be clear and creative in producing my best work in life. And so I think it's just taking the time to ask yourselves these questions and get really clear on who you are underneath all the labels that you give yourself and society gives you, and what you really want, not what you want. That's dictated by society, family, parents' wishes for us, what the neighbors are doing, and social media tells us is important. I'm talking about what you really want. And you answer that by saying, if I took away money, geography, what people think, any perceived limitations, what would I be doing? What do I want to do? And I think the answer will shock many of you if you take the time to do this on a walking meditation or silently at home. And so carving out more of that time to really do this. And if you want to do it with a coach, I highly recommend that. I am a coach. I am a coachee, and both have changed my life tremendously for the better.